Hello ladies, I was going to try to go live with you, but my little guy is sick, so that's not really going to work. So I'm going to do a hurry up and pre-record what I was going to show you. So if you want more details, let me know. I can send you pictures, or I could do another quick video tonight kind of explaining ones that you're more interested in. So this is a part of our Colorful World series. There is mountains. I believe there's also forest and Sahara. I'll get you for sure the other title names. But anyways, so it's a Find What's Different book. So you'll see, are they all eagles? You'll see there's 3 eagles and then there's a vulture. So they have to go through these pictures and figure out whatever it's asking, whatever's different. But it's also great because you can just go through the animals and, use it for teaching your animals different noises, or if your kids are, starting to read. This one is actually a pretty easy reader. And so this one, which bobcat has the wrong coat? So you'll look through and, oh, this one's got triangles. That's not right. That's a little weird. So, fun book for those of your readers who kind of need a little challenge to keep them preoccupied. Another great book is Baby's Very First Bus Book. I love these because the wheels actually spin, so you can kind of drive them along the ground as you're reading. So this one will go through on Bus's adventure, and it starts out with Lion. Panda's waiting for the bus. Panda gets on with Lion. They keep going through. Sorry, my kids are freaking out. I just see what's going on. But anyway, so they're going through all the different stops. And then at the end, they end up at the fair. So that is a really fun book. How the Whale Got His Throat. These are part of our picture book series. I love these books because they're like a padded cover. For those of you who don't know what Usborne's padded covers are, it's a hardback book, but it has a little give, and it's almost like a little pillowed cover, I think is what some people call it. Anyways, this one is one of our new releases called How the Whale Got His Throat. So it just talks about whale. He's going to the ocean. He's eating everything. He eats all the fish. He eats all the mackerel, all the starfish. He eats the crabs. And then one little fish gets up behind his ear and says, well, you can eat all of that, but could you eat man? And so he talks him into going and finding a man and eating him. So he eats the man with his raft, and of course the man is angry about that. So he starts hollering, he's thumping, he's crashing, he's trying to get out, and finally the clever little fish talks the whale into going to land. So when they get there, all the while the man is busy building his raft into a crisscross shape. So when they get there, he gets his little crisscross shape, shoves it in the whale's throat, and jumps out and goes to land. So after that, since he was so greedy, all he can eat now are tiny things. So it's just kind of a fun little fable. It's retold, so it just tells you. It's from the Just So stories by Rudyard Kipling, I believe is how you say it. So it's just a retelling from that one. There are some others of that one as well. The Curious Case of the Missing Mammoth. This one has also become one of our favorites. So you go through, he's supposed to be sleeping, and so Oscar jumps awake because he hears a noise. And so he peeks out the window and he sees this huge hairy shape back there. So he follows it and he finds a mammoth that's looking for his baby brother. So they're chasing the baby mammoth all around town. They get to the museum, go inside, and then their adventure just continues from there. There are all sorts of fun facts and flaps in this book, so it can be as long or as short as you want. The flaps have different facts on there. Like this one has different facts about coral polyps. So you go here, it talks about Vincent van Gogh. There's his portrait inside the museum. And then you open it, and it's a self-portrait of Vincent van Gogh, and it talks about the different artists or whatever it is that's above the flap. It gives you more details. So they keep going back through, get into with the dinosaurs. Look out, called Teddy, here he comes. The T-Rex is coming, so then it gives you 5 carnivore facts. So they keep going, and so before the clock strikes 1, Oscar and Timothy need to get back to their display. So they just keep chasing them through the whole thing. And finally they make it back to the display. And then Oscar, the little boy, they he tiptoes out the door for another night of adventures. Okay, our illustrated classics are pretty amazing. They also have this pillow cover. It's just a nice big soft cover. It's also got this little placeholder ribbon, and this one in particular is one of our new releases, and this one is Illustrated Classics with Huckleberry Finn and Other Stories. So it's going to have Huckleberry Finn retold, so it's a little bit more accessible to younger readers to be able to listen to it. But it also has Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Kidnapped, King Solomon's Mines, White Fang, The Phantom of the Opera. And so what these are, they've been retold. So these are not the originals. We do have originals, but these are great as well as the originals for a more advanced reader that just needs the challenge, but the content needs to still be appropriate. You'll see beautiful illustrations. Okay. And then Beauty and the Beast. This is part of our Peek Inside a Fairy Tale collection, and they are pretty amazing. So you come in here, and these are just intricate little details carved out of the book. And so this is kind of like a special keepsake type book. And what I love about this is it also has flaps, and when you flip the flaps, it kind of just extends the story. So you'll see it's in front of the castle. Now it's the inside of the castle, and it talks about this banquet when Belle gets there. The Beast is hiding, and she doesn't know who is in this castle, and she doesn't know, or she knows there's a Beast, but she is kind of looking for him. So finally, she asks the Beast to come out. So you'll see him hiding over here. And then once you open it up, it moves him closer, and then it kind of completes it. See how the balcony is continuous? So really neat, beautiful illustrations again. And this one's pretty awesome. This is the outdoor book. So this one is great for, it's gonna be great for the summer, but kind of year round. There's different ideas in here. So you'll see the contents. So the big outdoors, exploring ponds, rivers, and seas, discovering wildlife, investigating woods, into the wild, out in all weather, and night explorer. So dipping and damming. So it just talks about water dipping. Dip a net into the water and move it in a small circle, lift it out, and pour anything you catch into a tub and have a closer look. So talks about how the beavers dam up the water and how humans dam up the water. And then discovering wildlife. This talks about, this is one page I don't want my kids to see because it talks about ways to trap bugs, and they bring in quite enough creepy crawly stuff without the extra help from this, but it's still pretty neat. It also talks about like how to capture prints, like paw prints off of the different animals, and then you can help them kind of identify them. Bird watching. There is just a ton of information in here for just about any age and about any reader. Okay, two more. Stick with me. Okay, so Secrets of Our Earth. This is one of our new Shine-A-Light books. For those of you who are not familiar with our Shine-A-Light books, what it will ask you is, so it says, what is this hot fiery ball in space? Is it the sun? This page will ask you a question. So you read it with a flashlight. And then you come over here, you shine the light behind, and you can see, I don't know why you can see that in the, through here. But anyway, so you can see there's kind of something under there, and it's the continents of the Earth. So you flip it over, and it says, no, it's the inside of the Earth. The inside is hot, but we live on the outside, which is cooler. So they're learning while they are kind of getting to play around with the flashlight and find all the cool hidden pictures. See this big old iceberg? The mountains are the highest places on Earth. It is cold this far up, and it often snows. Can you see a really big mountain? So it shows you the huge mountain that's kind of hidden behind all the snow. Okay, so last one I'm going to show you. This one is a foil patterns book, and it's pretty cool. I'm actually going to sneak this one out and not let my kids play with it for a little while. So you're going to get it, and it's going to come with this. It's got this little instruction booklet, and then it's going to have a few pages to decorate. So what you do, and it also has 40 little packets of foil, and they are this size. So what you do is you peel the sticker off of the page, and then you rub the foil on, and you do it the shiny side up. So since this is colored, you'll see This side's a little duller. But so you put the shiny side up, and you rub it on there, and then you just simply peel it off, and then it stays on there. And so the instructions will give you a little brief overview of how to do that. And then it also, what's really neat about it, there's the instructions, is it tells you what you can do with your works of art after you are done. Like make a little money box, put some buttons on there, tall pencil box, and all of that kind of stuff. So if you want more details about any of these books that I've just kind of breezed through, let me know and I can give you inside pictures. Thanks.